back to everlasting sooner. Let's just jump into it. Yes. I barely opened one eye as I felt a searing spotlight upon me. Arg, put it away. Alyssa was squatting next to me and looking at me in a nervous manner. Why is she squatting?
Any limbs broken?
I don't know. I've moved my hands and feet. Everything seemed to be fine. Given the height, I was pretty lucky to make it down alive. I barely managed to stand up and examine the crash site. Indeed, we were in some kind of long corridor. There was some kind of heavy wiring all along the walls and lamps encased in heavy metal holders attached to the ceiling. In any other situation, I would have guessed that it's a subway service tunnel, but it was hardly likely that Sylvanok has already reached such a level of infrastructure.
Where are we?
I don't know, but we have to get out of here. Climbing the crumbled wall was hardly an option. In fact, I was wondering how we even survived a fall from such a height. Well, it seems that we've got to find an exit somewhere else.
How do we do that?
Alyssa asked, slowly turning pale. Not a single trace of her usual arrogance remained on her face. Well, I guess there's gotta be an exit here, right?
Probably, but which way do we go?
Now that's a good question. First glance, it seemed like a good idea to head towards the camp, at least in the direction I thought it was, but I hadn't seen anything there that resembled an exit from the catacombs. And that means that we should rather try the opposite direction. Give me that! I snatched the flashlight from Alyssa's hand and pointed its light into the darkness. That way. Ooh, look at those boob! That's not the important part of the picture, but there we go. Create. I'm taking a screenshot for the thumbnail. Yeah. We were slowly proceeding forward with Alyssa keeping a firm grip on my hand. In other circumstances, I might have been surprised, embarrassed, or even rejoiced. How should I know? But right now, I was just eager to get out of here as soon as possible. My bruises from the fall were aching. The blood was pulsing in my head like a heavy pendulum. Even the flickering spotlight that kept illuminating the same cement walls continually wasn't exactly raising our morale. Damn, there's also Shurik.
What?
Why did we go into the night forest in the first place? To find Shurik.
Well, just forget him.
He might have fallen down here just like us. Of course, Alyssa has a point. This wasn't exactly the best time to engage in a search mission. If we don't manage to get out, there would be a search mission for us instead. But I couldn't just take my mind off this thought. It was as if Shurik was standing right before my eyes, giving me a reproachful look.
Look out!
Alyssa yelled. I almost crashed into a massive metal door. A biohazard sign immediately caught my eye. This means that we're in a bomb shelter, I mumbled under my breath.
Yeah, I've heard of something like that.
You have? Why didn't you mention it before?
How would I know it'd be important?
I guess you're right. Fine. I grasped the door's wheel and pushed it as hard as I could, trying to turn it. The rusty metal grated but refused to budge. Stop slacking, help me. Alyssa hesitated a little, but then grasped the handle and started to pull. Finally managed to turn the wheel and the door opened. It was hard to mistake the room we entered for anything else. It was definitely a bomb shelter. Cabinets full of gas masks and dry rations, lots of equipment, bunk beds and air circulation systems. There was everything one would need to survive a nuclear war. Well, at least to survive the first blast. Alyssa clenched my arm even tighter. What is it?
What?
She blabbered under her breath.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of? Indeed, what of? We tumbled down into an abandoned bomb shelter and now we're wandering here in the dark trying to find an exit. Oh yeah, nothing to be afraid of. Those thoughts made me squirm and I instinctively drew near to Alyssa. She didn't say a thing, just blushed a little and turned her back to me. Well, in any case,
What?
you have to keep searching for an exit.
Well, there's another door.
Indeed, there was a door on the far wall, just like the one that we came in through. However, no matter how hard I tried to open it, it was stuck.
Need some help?
Nope, it's jammed for good. Glanced around the room trying to find something that would work as a lever and noticed a crowbar in the far corner. Great! Alyssa gave me a blank stare. Watch it! However, I still couldn't move the handle an inch even using the crowbar. Totally exhausted, I flopped on a neatly made bunk and gave a sigh. You have to walk back.
But we just came from there.
Alyssa seemed to regain a bit of her self-control as well as her usual rudeness. Well, you can stay if you want. There's water, ration kits, probably the radio's still working. She looked at me spitefully and said nothing. My whole body ached terribly. It was only now I tried to relax that I began to realize how badly. A deep wound on my leg was bleeding profusely. My hands were heavily bruised. Blood was sickening in my hair. And are you okay? I said Alyssa, either just out of courtesy or because I was really worried about her. It took her some time to answer.
How can we be okay in a situation like this?
Well, I mean that. I pointed to the wound on my leg.
Oh!
Right, Alyssa.
We need to sanitize it urgently.
No need, I'll survive.
Oh, stop. You must do it or you'll risk it getting infected and then they'll take your leg off. My granddad lost his leg that way in the war.
She looked truly concerned and I decided not to argue. Okay, but it's kind of a long way to the infirmary.
Hang on.
She smiled and started to rummage through the cabinets. There's a fair chance of finding some kind of medicine in a bomb shelter, and soon enough Alyssa pulled out a first aid kit with a triumphant look.
Okay, hold still.
I'll try. Treating the wound with an iodine-soaked cotton swab felt like the touch of a red-hot iron. I clenched my teeth hard and hissed with pain.
Oh, come on. It's not that painful.
It is! Maybe you should try it yourself? It's easier with my other wounds, and soon enough I looked like a leopard, all covered in brown spots. Thanks.
Don't you think that was anything special? We just had to treat your injuries, Baka.
Alyssa snorted and turned her back on me. Sure. I refrained from arguing and got up from the bunk. Even a short rest had definitely been good for me. Well, shall we go? Alyssa catched my arm, walking close in step with me. We headed back slowly, carefully looking for a hole in the ceiling. The tunnel seemed endless. We couldn't find the place where we fell down, not after 5 nor even 10 minutes.
Are we lost?
Alyssa asked sadly. It might be possible to get lost in the forest. It just came to me that that's exactly what we'd accomplished half an hour ago, so to refrain scarring her even further, I continued with confidence. But this is a single straight tunnel. You can't get lost here.
So where are we gonna end up then?
My words didn't seem to calm Melissa down enough. We'll get out of here. There's always an exit.
Really?
Of course there is. The workers that built it somehow got back up to the surface, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess.
It appeared that she was trying hard to look as bold as usual, but it wasn't turning out well. In the dim light, it was evident that Alyssa was shivering. A look of extreme exertion was plastered on her face. Fine, let's move forward. In a few moments, I noticed a hole in the floor. It looked like a shell crater, large enough to get ourselves through.
What's down there?
Oh, hell if I know. I kneeled and pointed the light downwards. Damp ground, some kind of rail tracks. Must be a mine. So looked at me questioningly. Of course, we could easily sidestep the hole, but my instincts insisted that we wouldn't encounter anything good proceeding down the tunnel either. There would be either a dead end or yet another jammed door. On the other hand, it was naive to believe that we would find an exit in the mines. We could give it a try, and the worst case we'll just come back. It's low enough to let us climb back up later. Her face took on a suffering expression. Melissa turned away from the light and quietly said,
If you say so.
as I thought we were in a mine. Miles of rust-eaten tracks stretched far away down the corridors. I could virtually see the overloaded minecarts creaking along these tracks ages ago. The walls were propped up by rotten beams, and water occasionally dripped from the ceiling. I wasn't sure whether it was scarier here or in the catacombs of the bomb shelter above. I'd say that up there is like a post-apocalyptic setting, and down here, occult medievalism reigned. In any case, I was even more eager to get out of here and to do so as soon as possible. So under her word, after we descended into the mine, she just walked next to me, clenching my hand so hard I started to worry. Are you alright?
No.
She said quietly. I understand that it can't be okay, but how are you holding up?
Fine.
She replied with that indifferent voice. That's good, because I really wanted to say because if you go nuts too, it's gonna be a massacre. Because we will find an exit. We'll definitely find one.
Yeah.
Seems she wouldn't last much longer. We should go faster. I couldn't go my steps and we reached a fork after a couple of dozen meters. Well,
So which way?
she seemed to have completely disconnected from the outer world and didn't worry about what would happen to us or how we could leave this place. Well, let's think. To the left or to the right? And what if we get lost? I decided to put a mark on the wall in case we got lost and return to the spot again. See a large cross scratched with the stone decorated one of the beams. So now we're ready to go. We're gonna go to the left. Take it back now, one. One hot this time. One hot this time. Blaze caves, picks and helmets everywhere, rusty wagons in the corner. All the items are so old they date from the beginning of the 20th century rather than the middle. So this really is mine, which means I could wander around here for ages without finding a way out. But I'd sensed the exit was somewhere nearby, and so we went further. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. What up this time? Crisscross. Crisscross. I love you. Following the curve, I saw a wooden door in the torchlight. There you go. Here's something.
You think so?
Alice looked a little refreshed. Sure. Frankly speaking, I really wasn't sure that there would be an exit behind this door. But it wasn't like we had any choice anyway. Pulled the handle. We found ourselves in some kind of room that resembled either a boiler room or a utility room under the bomb shelter. Empty bottles, cigarette butts, and other bits of debris littered the floor. That proves that there is an exit from these caves. Scanned the room with the flashlight, and in the farthest corner I saw Shrek, doubled up and trembling all over. Can I skip this? Shrek! Who is that? He stammered. Shrek, we've been looking for you all night, and you're just sitting here? Get up! I'm not going anywhere, he said quietly, but with every word his voice gained strength until he was shouting at the top of his lungs. No, I won't go with you anywhere. You don't exist. You aren't here anyway. It's a hallucination. It's unscientific. Yes, unscientific. What do you mean you aren't here? We are. Here we are. We came searching for you. Marion silent until now, but then she let go of my hand and took a few steps toward Shuri. What are you doing? I asked quietly. She hesitated for a moment, but proceeded as if not hearing me. Oh, she slapped him! Finally have come close to the lost pioneer, must have fetched him a scathing slap across the face. Damn!
You! We nearly died while searching for you. Those damned woods at night, that bomb shelter, these freaking mines. I'm one mass of bruises thanks to you. And you, what? You're just hanging out, drinking booze, and seeing pink spiders, you bastard?
Shuri stared at her with a amused look.
Now then, get your ass up and move.
No, He began to whisper quietly. No! Somewhere deep inside me, on the very edge of my awareness, I got a feeling that something really bad was going to happen now. It happened. A premonition, an intuition, or just an analysis of the situation, or because I played this game before. From the way Shurik was sitting, or the expression on his face, hinted at his following actions. And probably all of that together, I rushed to listen with the light fiercely jumping all over the room and highlighting Shurik's face for a second, twisted with madness. He was wielding a metal rod, and if I had been a moment too late, he would have definitely have smashed into Alyssa's head with it. But I made it. Everything was like a dream, the distant shadow of a girl, a hollow thud, the flashlight going out in the eerie silence, except for the heavy breathing of Shurik. It took me a while to come to my senses. What are you doing, you jerk? I checked my arm and it felt okay. The blow landed on the flashlight. So now we were in complete darkness. You won't get it! You won't get me! Shurik's hysterical laughter was quickly fading away in the distance. Hey, where are you going? Get back here now! Won't get! The yell vanished in the distance. What a freak. I've tried to fix a flashlight in the darkness. No way, Shurik has smashed it into pieces with this rod. Then I suddenly thought of Alyssa. Are you okay? I've heard a quiet sob, and at the same instant I felt her embrace hugging me tightly. Okay, it's all over now. Everything's fine. Well, in fact, nothing was fine, but I needed her to get a grip on herself. Otherwise, you stood no chance of getting out of here alive. Tenderly caressed her head. No wonder, Alyssa crying. Is that a funny thing? Maybe in a different circumstances.
I'm scared.
That's okay, I'm scared too. Alyssa strong and sudden transformation in Alyssa. But what the heck? Anyone would be scared in these circumstances. Moreover, she's a girl. But why aren't I scared? No, not scared. Why am I still able to keep my mind clear and speak sense? It might be because I have to worry about more than just myself, or maybe because we've seen this entire thing, played this game over. Okay, come on, we have to get out of here anyway.
Hold on, just a sec.
Said Alyssa quietly, and the room became illuminated by the dim flicker of a lighter's flame. Damn, she's resourceful. Okay, that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Everlasting Summer, would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye.